I always tell my team, everybody's making films, everybody's doing a stand-up comedy show, everybody's shooting skits and all. How do we make this a spectacle and a memorable one?
Crazy. He's conquered the stage, owned the box office, and redefined Nigerian satire. Bovi isn't just a comedian, he's a cultural force. From the streets of Lagos to sold-out arenas worldwide. On our latest visit to Lagos, we sat down with the writer, actor, and stand-up maestro to dissect the craft, the hustle, and the audacious future of African entertainment. Get ready to laugh, think, and explore the mind of the man behind the microphone.
One thing that has been constant in the last 10 years is disruption. Not innovation, the disruption of what has been innovated. So new stuff can come out today and by tomorrow it's obsolete, you know? So I guess it's made me be on my toes more than anything. I try to keep up with trends. I go on X, I read the news. I used to do that before, but now I am deliberately searching. I'm not reading the news to know what's happening in the world, to be careful there. I'm reading the news to know what's happening in the world so that I can feed an audience in a way they will grasp it, different from how it is up there.
Or how it used to be.
Or how it used to be, which is what comedy is about, you know? So time was when people would say, skit makers have taken over stand-up comedians. And I'm like, what are you saying? This is a new genre on its own and it is welcome to stay. But you're never going to get rid of people talking because
it's impossible.
It's practically impossible.
How many skits you want to do? It's impossible.
How many?
Impossible.
Man must fellowship. Man must fellowship. You know, that craving to be with your neighbor is very necessary. There's a Chinua Achebe saying that says, everybody can see the moon from their house, but men still gather at night to look at that same moon. You get what I'm saying? Yes, man must fellowship. So it's a welcome development on one hand. On the other hand, it's a plus to stand-up comedy because don't forget, these skits we started using skits to promote our stand-up comedy shows.
That's why I feel like it's just kind of repackaged with a name and all
exactly.
that. There was versions of skits that were...
Even before stand-up comedy
became
a professional thing in Nigeria. As far back, I remember being very little and watching the Charlie Boy show and seeing comedy skits there. I remember watching the Benny Hill show and seeing comedy skits.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know, that was my first exposure to comedy, by the way.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
That was like
my
our
mom
childhood.
introduced me to him.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so crazy. I want to actually pivot again. You're giving me some nice alley-oops. Because I think I read somewhere, obviously, this was something very innate. Like, you've been so passionate about this. Obviously, the trajectory, you went to school for this. You know, the exposure with RMD, you know what I mean? Tell me what that means for you. I
think I had what I would call monovision. I literally just locked in. And I didn't lock in as an adult or a teenager. I locked in right from when I was a kid. I just knew that's what I wanted to do. And
that time?
I grew up watching TV. I was just fascinated. I think everybody at one point in their early life gets exposed to what they really are passionate about or what they were born with. I knew I was meant for TV. I would watch TV when the channels were not working. I would just put it on to be seeing the...
Wow, okay, that's next level.
That's next level. And then, back then in Benin, they would read the news by 7 p.m. in English, the local channel, Bendel Broadcasting Service. They read the news by 7 p.m. in English, then read it in about 5 different other dialects right after. I wasn't understanding anything they were saying, but I would sit down there and just watch it.
And whether you liked it or not, you were picking things up.
Absolutely. Now I know I was picking things up, right? My mom used to always scream, go and play with your books. When you're grown up and you own your own house, you watch TV, you'll be tired. But it was just me. Then when my career started, when I moved to Lagos and started, I came with my own curriculum. I say that because there were many things I was seeing in the industry and I didn't think it was right. I didn't think there was growth in the way they were executing certain things.
You didn't think there was growth? It was almost like a ceiling.
Right. I didn't think, not ceiling per se, I mean the approach, the application that many of us were using. I was like, nah, this don't work.
Like there has to be more.
Yeah, there has to be more. There has to be more. So there were comedy clubs I was going to. Those comedy clubs were doing their shows every month. And I repeated a joke in my second appearance. People craved for the joke. But I had that doubt in me. Because I'm like, this is the same crowd. This is the same crowd I was here in January. Why should I say the same joke in February? So I repeated a joke. There were still people who laughed, but it didn't hit like the first time, right?
Something like the first.
And I told myself, I will never repeat a joke as far as this comedy club is concerned.
This particular place.
This particular place.
Yeah.
So it made me a monster because by December, I had a catalog of jokes.
Yeah, because you were kind of like, okay, that's done.
That was done. Next, you get. So when it was time for the big stage, I was like, I'm ready for a special.
Arsenal.
I had an arsenal. I was a weapon.
Oh boy. First of all, that your tour, that first tour that you just, I was like, man, this guy is all over the world. You know, your tour. Tell me how crazy Ashanti, Charo, like this guy was a globetrotter. Like you were moving, you know. Tell me what that did for you. I know you took a little break after. Tell me what that did for you and what it took to actually pull that off.
I was very fortunate because prior to my world tour, Globacom as a brand was doing a comedy tour in Nigeria, and it's part of the reasons why I say the curriculum I came like a student. So even when I was making money, I was using the opportunity to learn. So Glow as a brand was taking us to cities we have never done comedy before.
You were testing things out.
So you weren't just testing things out, you were in the line of fire because half a kilometer means another language in the words of Vietnam Goli. You get what I'm saying? Half a kilometer means another language. So let's say the tour starts in Lagos. Lagos is Cosmo, right? So you can do all your English jokes, you can do your refined jokes, you can do jokes about Bill Clinton and Lewinsky, and they will get it. But the moment you cross into Ibadan, the crowd that is coming to the show, they want to hear how Monkey was selling pure water, how one man had 3 girlfriends and was proud about it.
Stuff that they
you get what I'm saying?
Relatable.
And then they want to hear these jokes with a tinge of their Yoruba in it. You get what I'm saying? So you can be the star in Lagos. When you're getting to Ibadan, it's the comedians who speak Yoruba that are the stars.
Yeah.
Now you'll be stupid to say, no, I'm big in Lagos, I'm big in Nigeria, I'm closing the show. You will suffer because these guys, if they go before you, you're a gunner, right? Then when we get to Benin City, that's where you now see the ones who are Benin boys or Delta boys, they will shine. You get what I'm saying?
I love that though. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Then by the time you cross into the east, you better leave it for the Igbo comedians. You know, because they understand their people. We are a very cultural people across all tribes in Nigeria. There are cultural identities that are very strong. You get what I'm saying? So it helped me to prepare very well.
Right.
So when I was morphing into doing these shows abroad, don't forget, these shows is majority Nigerians that are coming and Africans before a few white people. So it helped me to say, okay, how do you prepare your material now? Because the Nigerians that are coming are not all Yoruba. They are a mix of Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Bini, Isoko, Urobo, Ijo, Ishekiri, all tribes. It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
And you have to now take what they all have in common as Nigerians that they can all relate to. That they will feel white people in the audience or the few black Americans in
would
the,
even
in the
relate to,
audience
because that's
will
a
be able
whole
to
other
relate.
like block.
I swear to God.
That's insane. I would even call it a little bit more grueling, like, the US, they say they are comedy circuit, and this is different.
I've seen American comedians who do the same set for 2 years because they're just going from comedy club to comedy club, doing the same material, and the people get it. But here,
the nuances,
Yeah.
tribe, culture, those
Exactly.
little things. But I think that was probably sharpened your blades.
It
Like
did.
crazy.
It did. I remember seeing a Bruce Lee video where he said, be like water. When you're in a glass cup,
Yes.
take the shape.
Famous saying.
When you're in a bowl, take the shape of the bowl. When you're in a bottle, take the shape of the bottle. So I try my best to be as flexible, not chameleonic, if there's a word like that, but as flexible as possible. You need to understand that even doing events in Nigeria, because our cash cow is not even the comedy shows, it's the weddings, the birthday parties, the end of year parties, right? If you are not flexible, you collapse under pressure.
See, but things happen.
Things happen.
And you're talking about players who
Yes.
the energy is tense, even if we're there to are
Oh, yeah.
smiling. Or the
Oh,
back,
yeah.
waiting there for back. The back end
Exactly.
is
And more often than not, it's the man with the mic that is held responsible.
yeah.
You
That's
have
what we
to
see.
steady the ship.
That's what we see.
That's what you see, exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing I would do is show you the script. Read it if you like it. She said, I don't need to read it. It's you. I have studied you. You have always gotten it right. I said, okay, but just read it. If you like it, then let's talk. So they read the script and said, okay, we read it. What do you want?